Step aside, NBA, because the professor is schooling and cooking up competition on the streets. With over 7 million YouTube subscribers and counting, he's killing it on the streets and on the screens. But there's still one thing he has to do: make it to the NBA. Growing up, Grayson Boucher was just like any other kid with big dreams of playing in the NBA. He hit the hardwood at a young age, lacing up his kicks, and was ready to dominate. But when he was playing at McNary High, there was one major obstacle in his way: his size. At a measly 5'6" and weighing 100 pounds, he didn't exactly look like a basketball powerhouse. But Boucher wasn't about to let that stop him. So he transferred to Salem Academy and made all-state honors, proving that size isn't everything. Unfortunately, he didn't receive any college offers, but that just made him more determined to succeed. Because after high school, Boucher joined Chemedica Community College as the last walk-on. And believe me, bro worked tirelessly to improve his game. But even with all his hard work, things weren't going as smoothly as he hoped. Because following his freshman year at Chemedica CC, he was only 5'7", averaging a mere 3 points in 13 minutes per game. And let's be real, Chemedica CC isn't exactly a college basketball powerhouse, attracting top athletes from around the country. In other words, this is normally where most NBA hopefuls quit. A lackluster resume combined with bad genetics was life's way of telling Boucher to hang up the high tops. However, Boucher wasn't most people, because despite facing numerous challenges, Boucher never wavered in his NBA dream. And in 2003, at just 19 years old, he set out on a mission to make his hoops dream a reality, packing up his bag with his 14-year-old brother and heading to the And One Open Run in Portland. For most, it seemed just like another hopeless measure in an endless pursuit of an impossible dream. However, upon trying out for the And One mixtape tour, Boucher's luck finally started to change. Because, much to his surprise, he actually made the team. Dubbed the Professor for his impressive court smarts and sick ball handling skills, Boucher didn't just earn his keep, he quickly became a fan favorite. But he wasn't content to just play on the mixtape tour. He had his sights set on the big leagues. So in 2006, he took his talent to the semi-professional Salem Stampede of the International Basketball League. And then, in 2007, at 23 years old, the Professor went on to hoop for the Atlanta Crunk of the Continental Basketball Association, all in an effort to make the NBA draft. Well, it turned out that was far from enough. Basketball might look like a breeze when we watch the Professor effortlessly glide across the court, but make no mistake, the NBA is a whole different animal. Sure, it's the same ball, same court, and the same basket, but the level of competition is off the charts. Even the most skillful players you might know from the local park could struggle when faced with an elite athlete in the NBA. It takes more than just raw talent and sporadic moments of brilliance to thrive in this league. It takes grit, determination, and an unyielding desire to constantly improve. Boucher has certainly demonstrated these qualities throughout his career, but it turns out you need a little bit of luck on your side as well. Because even though Boucher had mastered a rare aspect of the game, ball handling, he was still constantly battling his greatest challenge: his height and size. Now standing at 5'10", he was fighting against incredible odds to make it into the leagues. For reference, there have only been 19 players in NBA history 5'10" or shorter. Players such as Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb, Isaiah Thomas, and Chris Clemens. Although, don't be fooled, these players found success in the NBA, but they fought tooth and nail to get there. Because out of the 19 players as short as the Professor, many settled for late picks, assuming they were lucky enough to get drafted at all, like Avery Johnson and Chris Clemens. As these players needed a better resume, bigger work ethic, and more perseverance, just to subscribe to the channel! Okay, not exactly. That said, the Professor wasn't just fighting to change the height narrative, he also had yet another obstacle standing in his way: the NCAA. You see, little did Boucher know, but once he signed a contract to play street ball with the NCAA, there was no turning back. Because one thing he may not have realized was the NCAA's rules on amateurism and athlete income, which prohibited college athletes from making money off their athletic abilities while still in school. In other words, no endorsements, sponsorships, and most importantly, no street ball contracts. Meaning that once the Professor made the switch from community college to street ball, there was no going back to college basketball. He'd have to make the jump straight from street ball to the NBA. In other words, my man did all this for nothing! Or so we thought. As Professor would soon find out, all his seemingly wasted effort was actually a blessing in disguise. Even though a lack of credentials, political obstacles, and NCAA rules on amateurism may have all played the ultimate role in keeping him out of the league, the Professor has actually done really well since then, and has made a name for himself. See, as a valued member of And1 and a highly skilled street player, he gained a certain level of fame and notoriety within that community. So, after failing to enter the NBA, the Professor started something in 2009 that would change his life forever: a YouTube channel. And it all started when the Professor posted highlights from the And1 tour and one-on-one games, something that initially didn't gain much traction. However, that wouldn't last for long, as shortly after posting these highlight videos, the Professor became more successful when he started a series of viral Spider-Man basketball videos, gaining millions of views on YouTube along with other social media platforms like Facebook and Vine. From there, he continued to experiment with different types of content, including reaction videos, tutorials, and one-on-one videos, eventually leading to his most viral video idea yet in 2018, playing basketball in a prison, which gained over 60 million views. In other words, this was the dream the Professor never knew he wanted, but he needed. As once the Professor's YouTube channel grew in popularity, he continued to focus on growing and developing it, dedicating his time, resources, and energy, thus putting his NBA dreams behind him for good. To date, the Professor has been able to achieve significant success on the platform, with nearly 7 million subscribers and an average of 150,000 new subscribers per month, as well as nearly 25 million views per month, a bigger fan base than he could ever achieve from playing in the NBA. So while the NBA may offer a higher level of competition and a larger platform for success, it's without a doubt that the Professor has found a sense of satisfaction and purpose in his street ball and YouTube career. Because even though he never suited up for an NBA team, the Professor has made huge waves in the basketball world. With his sick handles and ball handling skills, he's gained a reputation as a street ball legend, getting even NBA stars like James Harden and Damian Lillard to call him so they could learn some of his moves. But that's not all, since he hasn't just surpassed 1 billion views on YouTube, he's also appeared in various basketball movies such as The Hustle and Balls Don't Lie. So while the Professor may have the talent and skills needed to succeed in the NBA, it's possible that his success as a YouTuber and streetball player and his love for the game has kept him from pursuing a career in the league. As Brandon Jenner once said, "Sometimes we let life guide us, and other times we take life by the horns. But one thing's for sure, no matter how organized we are or how well we plan, we can always expect the unexpected." All to say that if the Professor's life teaches us anything, it's that bumps in the road aren't steering you off course. They're simply steering you towards the course you're supposed to be on. And speaking of which, Luka Doncic has faced his fair share of challenges, whether it's suing his mom over a trademark or getting caught red-handed by the paparazzi. These are things you didn't know about Luka. And I know you all want some of that Luka magic, so what are you waiting for? Check it out.